All right, it's a Labor Day sale over at the old Harbor Freight. We got all the details here. Now, hold on. Before I get into it, what's the biggest gripe people have about Harbor Freight coupons? The exclusions. There's usually this meter-long list of exclusions that you like, hey, it's a great deal, but you can't use it on this, or as people say, anything I really want to buy. Well, my insider over there, one of them at least, told me, hey, they're experimenting this year. They're trying to move away from that. And here we go. Take a look at this. We got 10% off for anybody. Anybody can use the 10% off. Or Inside Track can get 20% off any single item. This is Friday, that's today, through the second, Monday, so 4 days. Usage per customer is 1 per day. Valid in-store, in-stock items only, and 20% off any single item. Discount applied at register. Yeah, coupon, it cannot be combined with Inside Track, extended service, gift cards, prior purchases. It can't be included with other discounts or promotions. But there's no brands or items or categories that are excluded. It's across the board. This is a big deal. This is people like, well, where did the 25% off go? Well, would you rather have a 25% off with a ton of exclusions or 20% off with no exclusions? So now the first thing I would think to recommend is the one that I was on a podcast. It should be showing up here soon with Collector Car Feed. Great channel. Go check them out. Anyway, one of the things they said, what's one of the best things that's going on over at Harbor Freight? And I said, it's got to be the Quinn Master Sets. These are just one and done solutions that anybody can use. And they're a fantastic option. Now, I will say this. Quinn, a lot of times, they do have these 20% off coupons every so often. And Quinn is almost never excluded. So not the biggest win. But I got to tell you, come on, look at these sets. These sets are fantastic. You get look at this, 1/2 inch. You're going to get everything. You're going to get deeps. You're going to get shallows. You get a ratchet with it, an extension, a breaker bar, some swivels, a solid case. You get all of that for $150. But it's not going to be $150. It's going to be, let's see here, 150 times the old 0.8, and you're looking at $120 on that. $120. That's a stellar deal on one of these. Now let's keep moving along because here's the other thing I want to say. There is a coupon out going on right now. Let me pull it up. There's a coupon that says 20% off all Quinn products. Now this goes until the 8th, and you can screenshot this here. I'll make it all big on screen. You can screenshot that there, but just remember, there's only limited stock on some of this stuff, at least before they can get more of it in. And if you are like, well, I don't have to go this weekend, I'll wait till next Thursday or Friday to try and get this on the 8th, it might be out of stock, all right? I'm not trying to push you. You have to buy it now. Just trying to get you to consider something that could happen, all right? Now, next up, I got to talk about this. The Icon 73-inch by 25-inch. Honestly, when I was putting together this list of suggested items, I was thinking, hey, we should just do like DIY level kind of stuff. We'll stay away from the pro level stuff. And then I saw the Icon. This is the normal price. That used to be the sale price. This is the full size 25-inch deep by 73-inch triple bank with the power drawer Icon. It's got the plugs up front. This is a badass box. All right. This is for the money for $3,000. Oh my gosh, for $3,000, it is 6.7 times cheaper than the Snap-on that's comparable to this. Anyway, but you're looking at $3,000. You're not 20%. Let's see, that'd be $600 off. So that's going to be $2,400 for a lifetime warranted professional grade 73-inch box. That's ridiculous. That's you're stealing that thing at that price. Now, we talk about the U.S. General. I got to tell you that U.S. General 42-inch for a DIY box, for your basic garage kind of guy, or even an accessory box if you're a pro or value pro, for $600, that's a pretty good box right there. The new Series 3, I've got one here in the shop. Now, full disclosure, Harbor Freight did send it to me, but it's sitting right over there. Of course, I got mine in white. There, let me fix the color. There we go. Now, a lot of people give me a lot of crud about this. They're like, well, if your hands are dirty, you can't have white boxes. I'm not sitting there fondling my box. Or keep those comments above the belt. Family oriented. But when you reach for the toolbox, what part are you grabbing? The handles. What color are the handles? They're black. It's not that hard to keep these clean. It really isn't. Plus, they wipe down super easily. Anyway, the point is, solid box, it's $600. Let's see with the discount. You're looking at 600 times the old 0.8. I should be able to do this in my head, but I'd like to make sure I got it right. 480. 480 for a Series 3 box. That's a screaming deal. All right, keep going here. Next up, we got the Yukon. Now, this one's kind of interesting. So with the Yukon, this is a great price on the Yukon. Let's just put it right there. $350, 80% off. That's $280 if I'm not mistaken. That is a ridiculous for a budget home gamer 9-drawer box. Just a fantastic price, and the benefit of it is, yes, you can get it in the right color. Now, you could choose one of the wrong colors if you want. That's on you. But I have this box as well. I bought it with my own money. I paid more than $280 for it. But here's the deal. They have another coupon if you're Inside Track, and of course you are. Inside Track members can get this box with, look at this, they're throwing in, I don't know why, but you're getting the brushless drill driver Hercules kit for free. That's a $98 value. So you can save $60 and just pay $280. But if you want to get that Hercules, well, now you're not going to be able to stack the deals. All right, that they say right in there, you have to pay the $350 to get that. Maybe your store is more friendly than mine. Maybe you really know your manager well and you can find a way to make that work, but it's not supposed to. Point is, you can save $280 and pay, or you save $60, pay $280. I can't do math. Save $70. There we go. Or you can save $50. Actually, I think might almost be honest. Yeah, I know. You figure out the math on that for you. What works for you? Next up, of course, I have to include the Hercules 12-inch. This thing's a great deal. It's $350. It again is $280 on the price on that, which is a ridiculous price for this saw. But the new 10-inch sliding compound cordless. This is a cordless brushless tool. All right, that's a fabulous deal right there. And it should, if it's a cordless brushless tool, so it should have the 5-year warranty on it, right? Let me look at the warranty information. 5-year warranty on this. 5-year warranty, cordless brushless tool. I just wish they had the adapter so I could run it corded or cordless, but still, you're looking at $330. Let's look at the price on that. $330 times the old 0.8, and we're looking at $264. $264 for cordless, brushless, 5-year warranty. Oh my gosh. All right, we'll keep going here. The new scroll saw. This thing, we just talked about this, just came out. $250 on this. You're looking at, let's see here, $250, $200. $200 for this thing. Oh my gosh. The DeWalt buyers who have the DW788 have to be crying about this one. That is a beautiful scroll saw for $200. I don't know how you go with something other than that. All right, let's see what we got up next here. Again, these are just suggestions about what I would use. It's 20%, any one item each day, 20%. But I've talked about this. This thing for the money is an absolute beast. I think it's a good deal at $170. But let's see here at what, 140, 136, 136. You need to have this. I need to have it. Everyone needs to get one. It's got the gooseneck light. You got and you can get different belts for it. You can get, super aggressive, mild, woodworking, metalworking, all sorts of belts you can get for this. No matter what you want to do, it's a fantastic tool. It really is. Let's see here. We got up next. We're going to go with the Hercules portable thickness planer. Now, this is not going to be the biggest, bestest deal we've seen yet. It's $430 times the old 0.8, and that's going to give us, I think it is, $344. I think we've seen, if I'm not mistaken, a few bucks cheaper than that, but not a ton. Not a ton. And could you possibly wait until, say, Black Friday and save more money? Possibly. Or you could have it today for was it 15, 20 bucks more. I think this is a ridiculously good planer. 3-blade planer, just a fantastic one. Full disclosure, Harbor Freight did send it to me. I've been playing around with it. Just a great setup there for that price. All right, let's go on to the next one. Next up, we've got the Lathe. This is a brand new lathe from Bauer, competing against the Jet. It's pretty much a clone of the Jet. It's a if you're into woodworking, you want to step up your game, you want to get a really solid one, this is a solid one to go with here. It's $600. You're going to be saving, what is it, $120 off of that? Is that right? You're going to be, yeah, $480 is the price on this thing. $480 for something that just came out. And that's the nice thing when you see these kind of percentage off when they land. A lot of times Harbor Freight will adjust and massage the numbers like any other retailer when sales come around, and they'll bring things down and they'll bring out a big coupon, they'll raise the price. They haven't had, with these new items, they haven't had a time to really figure out where the market is right on these. So when these percentage off coupons land, a lot of time you can score yourself a sweetheart of a deal before Harbor Freight kind of wakes up and figures out what's going on. And we got another deal like that. Let me see if that's the next one. How about this? The Bauer 6-tool combo kit. So you've been thinking about getting in the Bauer line. Brother, this is your chance. 20 volt, 6-tool, 3 amp hour battery, 1.5 amp hour battery. You get the drill driver, you get the impact, you get the multi-tool, you get the circ saw, and you get the blower, plus the light, the 2 batteries, the charger, all of that for $200. But it ain't $200, is it? It's $160 if I'm doing my math. This is 24 to carry the 5 to the 6. Yeah, $160. That's below kind of Ryobi kind of pricing. That is insane. I don't think they've clearly adjusted everything to take that into account. This is the one where if you want to pull the trigger on it, right now's the time. All right, let's keep going. The new Hercules OSHA compliant 12-gallon dust extractor. This isn't just a wet dry vacuum. This is a full like HEPA filter, like serious dust extractor there. Normally compared to the DeWalt, which is $700, this thing is $300, and you're gonna take that $300, pretty sure we just did this, $240 for this. Fantastic deal. All right, let's keep going. We got the Fortress 27-gallon air compressor. I've talked about this air compressor a ton. It goes on sale all the time. But if you've been around the channel, you know the sale price on this is normally like $350, $345, somewhere in there. That's just the standard sale price. It almost never goes below that. But with this, $320 is what you're going to pay on this. This is a phenomenal air compressor. It's a decent air compressor at $400. At $320, it is, if you've been waiting, it's a pull the trigger, buy it now, put it in your car, and get gone before they figure it out. This thing is 27 gallons, 200 max PSI, 5.1 SCFM, and that's 78 dBA. It's not the quietest one. If you notice, it's not labeled as one of the quiet or silent compressors. But I have this compressor. It's in my shop. Full disclosure, Harbor Freight did send it to me. And it's a fantastic air compressor. You see me use it in some of the tests when test power stations and stuff like that. We use this one to test the max load and whatnot. It's not the loudest thing out there. It's definitely not that kind of. Also, the level of the sound. It's the sharpness. It's not that high pitched, makes you want to bleed from the ears kind of thing. It's more of a rumble than a squeal kind of thing. So for $320. If you're going to be serious about it, like I either say get the really small air compressors or it starts here, moves up to get the bigger air compressors. Because the stuff around 10 to 20 gallons, it's like, what's the point? It's not small enough and light enough to be super portable, and it's not big enough to really run air tools the way they're meant to be run. So this is where that starts. Fantastic air compressor there. All right, let's keep going here. We got the Badlands Jack. Okay, we talked about Jacks a whole bunch the other day. And I've talked about, in fact, I was talking about them on the podcast there with Collector Car Feed. And I said, this is probably my favorite Jack. You're looking at 320, 80% off, 20% off is $256. I think that's equivalent or within $1 up or down of the best price we've ever seen on it. What I can tell you is for an aluminum off-road Jack, and yes, aluminum can handle it, all right? A lot of people go, I don't know if I want to do aluminum. It's a 3-ton rated Jack. It's an ASME rated Jack. It can handle 3 tons. It's aluminum to be lightweight, but they've engineered it to work. It's got a skid plate on the bottom, so those round, really thin kind of wheels, when you get on top of when you get under a truck, like my truck, I know this because I don't have so I have a shop. This is my studio. I have a full shop, and my shop has concrete floors. They're terrible concrete floors that were made over 100 years ago, but they're concrete floors. But the entrance to the garage door to my shop isn't big enough to get my big old 4x4 1-ton pickup truck all the way in. So what I do is I park it right outside, which is dirt. Well, you take this thing, you roll it out there. Once I get the full weight on there, those wheels sink down into the ground and it lies flat on that skid plate. Better yet, the wheels now act as sideways anchors so it can't twist or shift on you. It locks it into place. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I love this jack. It's fantastic. Also, it lifts higher than any of the other jacks. It's got an extension on it to really get it up there, which makes it good for quads, ATVs, that kind of off-road stuff, or super ultra lifted. You got your pre-runner over there. You can lift it with this. $320 is a good price on this. $256 is you're stealing it kind of price. Now, fall is in the air. I had to include this one, the Predator chipper shredder. I know they make the Portland electric one, which is, if you got small twigs and stuff, I get it. But if you've got serious stuff, you really want to get it chopped down, this is what you're looking for. The Predator engine on this is an absolute beast. Now, you're looking at around 580 on this. So you're going to be right at $464. I get it. It's not the cheapest thing out there, but it's way cheaper than a lot of the other things in the competition can handle this. It's got a 212cc engine on it with fall in the air, and you got to get some management, especially when the storms hit and whatnot. This is the chipper shredder you're going to want. All right, we got two more items here we're going to call out. I got to call out the Bauer oscillating edge spindle sander. This thing's fantastic. I'm not saying it's better than any of the other ones out there because they're all pretty much identical. They all come out of the same factory. The only problem, what's different with this one is it's $160, which is way cheaper than anyone else right now. I mean, like a lot cheaper than anyone else. I've had the Rigid, I've had the Win, I've had this one. They all are the equivalent. In fact, the parts are interchangeable. Get this one at that price. If you can get the Win cheaper, then buy the Win. I'm not going to tell you that you have to buy from Harbor Freight. I'm just telling you they got the best deal going right now by a long shot. All right, and the last item I'm going to recommend is the Icon Professional Master Joint. I can get this out. Icon Professional Master Ball Joint Universal Joint Press. All right, this is for some people who've been, actually I just watched a video on this. Some guy just did a review about this versus the Snap-on, and the performance seemed to be, if not identical, within spitting distance of each other. And the Icon, well, you can see there, the Snap-on is $810, the Icon is $200, and let's see the warranty on this. Warranty information is, oh look, lifetime warranty. Look at that. This is, I mean, for those of us, if you have smaller cars, I get it. You're like, yeah, it's a multi. For those of us with the bigger trucks, on the 1-ton side, and let me tell you, when you got a Cummins, it does the wear and tear on the ball joints. And if you can get a press like this at an affordable price, that is really what you want to look at doing. And at $200, that's a decent price. At $160, no one's coming close to that. No one's coming close to that. Anyway, there you go. That's the Labor Day savings over at the old Harbor Freight. This is at 20% off. I love where they're going this. If they're going to keep doing this, like no exclusions kind of thing, I am all in on that. Anyway, let me know what you think. What you think was maybe a better deal. Do you think there was a better deal at Harbor Freight? Put it down below. I'd love to hear it. While you're down there, don't forget to chomp the old like button, smash the subscribe, ring the bell on your way out. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.